So, I was on Twitter earlier today, and yes, I do realize that was my first mistake. But I noticed that Packer Girl, shout out to Packer Girl, had tagged me in a group of posts that she had made, screenshotting Yorch Torch Games, crying about Doom. So I jump on Yorch Torch's Twitter account, and then somehow I find something even funnier than him, crying about Doom the Dark Ages. So I guess it's going to be a Yorch Torch Gaming roast week over here on goonerfist. Because this clown is talking about God of War and Jesus Christ Almighty. And mind you guys, this is in no way hate against any Christians by any means. I myself was baptized Christian, so I'm not here to disrespect your beliefs. However, we do have people in the community that essentially grift off of their Christianity. And yes, Yorch Torch Games, as well as John Del Rose, those types of losers from Fandom Pulse are absolutely infamous for this. So is Melanie Mack. Christian and non-Christians alike have a great disdain for these types of people because they force their religious ideology into places it does not belong in. They are the very definition of right-wing woke. They force their ideology into entertainment just like the leftists do, except the beliefs are different, but the actions are exactly the same. But have no fear, guys. This entire discussion, more than anything else, just sounds absolutely hilarious, I promise you. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. On Yorch Torch's Twitter account, he tweets out, "Gamers, the God of War saga should end with Kratos getting baptized and accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. That would be the best ending to Kratos' myth. Do you agree?" Oh my fucking god, bro. And he thought it was so, oh my god, he thought this was such a great tweet that he had the fucking nerve to retweet it on his own account again. Holy shit. Alright, guys. I'm almost done wiping my tears away. My tears of laughter. Hell yeah. But guys, it somehow even gets funnier than this because some of these replies are absolutely hilarious because there are people that actually agree with this clown. This dude here replies, "Based." And Yorch is like, "This." And they have a meme of Kratos saying, "After everything I've done, you're going to forgive me?" And Jesus says, "Yes." And Giddy Kong down there says, "This would be so powerful a message." And to these types, it is about the message. Just like the leftists that they constantly criticize, constantly hate. And with these grifter types, the ones that pretend to be religious zealots, you have to wonder, you guys are admitting, or at least claiming, to have indulged and played a video game franchise that has constantly indulged in gratuitous violence, as well as indulged in sexual behavior that they themselves would deem completely unacceptable. I mean, these are the same people that dumped on the first Descendant because of certain outfits and certain dances. I mean, Kratos in the God of War games in the past indulged in threesomes with women that just completely naked. I mean, talk about being complete total hypocrites, right? I have Orthodox Christians in my family that will not indulge in any overtly violent or sexual entertainment at all. Here's a perfect example of their hypocrisy where this not alive zombie guy says, "But not the God of War pussy version. It has to be the classic Kratos, still mad, trying to throw hands with Jesus, and him not realizing that he can't win." And Yorch says, "Perfectly valid take," and it's just hilarious watching these frauds expose themselves. Not only are you fake Christians, but you guys are not even remotely God of War fans either. Because first and foremost, Jesus is believed to be omnipresent and omniscient, which means essentially he's everywhere and he's all-knowing. So Jesus would not indulge in this theoretical fistfight even to begin with. And you really can't use the argument, "Well, it's just a video game, it's just a video game," if you actually do believe in your Christian values in any depthful level when you're talking about including Christianity in this video game. And don't get me wrong, I'm not denying the reality that the God of War franchise does confirm that Christianity does effectively exist in this universe, but it absolutely has no bearing on the current subject matter at all. And this discussion does confirm that you guys are not at all God of War fans, because the biggest criticism of current God of War over the past couple of games is specifically around Kratos essentially being pussy whooped and at times being pushed aside for the character Trace. Kratos' idea of redemption is putting aside his violent past to raise his son to be a better man. And there are a lot of God of War fans that really don't like this specifically because they happen to absolutely love the barbaric and violent and crazy Kratos of the past. Something that even this tweet itself also does acknowledge that same thought process. So you don't want him to be pussy whooped in this way, but you would actually prefer him to be pussy whooped in another way that adheres to your religious ideology that you guys aren't even very well in tune with, nor are you guys actually God of War fans. It's almost like the more you idiots run your mouth for clout, the more you look like complete total clowns and hypocrites. But I think what is the saddest thing about these particular types is that a lot of the decisions and things that they wish would happen, the things that they push for, is not even in a positive way. It is completely and totally out of spite. This guy dot dot here says, "This would be the best ending for the sole reason that it would make all the right retards seething mad. They're already crying about it in your replies, LMAO." And Yorch replies, "LOL. There are two types of people that would be triggered by this post. One, wokies and feminists, and two, smashes simps." And by smashes simps, he's referring to essentially people that still want escapism in video games and don't want ideology from anywhere being forced into their entertainment. They just simply want to be entertained. The things that people like Yorch Torch, JDA, Fandom Pulse, and a lot of, these right-wing right-wing woke people used to be all about, up until they went full mask off. But this sentiment of spite is displayed by multiple people commenting in this thread. It isn't even about anything positive. They have no interest in turning the other cheek or proper depiction of their religion. No, it's just they want to make the other side mad. And it's just like, okay, well, you just know better than that other side, too. And that's really what's just sad about it all. You don't even care about the video games. You don't even care about your own religion. You just want to make a particular side that you somehow think you're better than mad when you're actually no better than them. And while perhaps maybe Kratos and Jesus having a moment could perhaps lead to a very good story, in my personal opinion, it just doesn't make for a good video game. And these types of people do not actually care about good video games. They just want to bitch and whine about whatever they want to bitch and whine about and pretend they have validity in the culture war space when really they're the biggest, most laughable clowns here. And they do not represent me and they do not represent you. They don't represent anybody but their own self serving wants and needs. How religious of you. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd make a quick little video, just having a little laugh at this because Yorch Torch, he is one of the most cringiest guys. And if you like this, there's definitely more in the future with this loser and his continued cringe. So if you guys can, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, trying to get to 500 subs. We're almost at 400, so we're getting really close by. And I also have a second channel, which is my main channel, Cult Classic Cage. Go subscribe to me there because I make a fuck ton of content. I was slacking a little bit here, but trust me, the content is coming back for sure. Just need to bear with me. Sometimes I just don't really have anything I care to talk about. So, I just sit on the sidelines because I don't like to force content by any means. But you guys can also go follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with what I got going on. I do have some upgrades for this channel in the works, art related, so definitely bear with me there. We're working on improving the content and just getting things better over time. It's kind of funny because this was specifically meant to be a shitpost channel, but I hope you are liking these segments that I'm calling I Kinda Tried. But yeah, guys, with all being said, I'm goonerfist with God, gooning speed.